Everything sounds like I want to make love with you, Jan25. He's a very good dude, and with him I like to talk about everything besides money. Money is a subject, that makes me very uncomfortable. The worst advice for saving money I received recently was a guy told me, just date ladies with hairy pussies. And I said, how's that gonna save me money? He said, it's normal, it's free dental floss. I should have said it in the French accent, right? That was my mistake. My daughter, she bothers me now. What's her birthday? So what do you want for her birthday? I want a horse, Daddy. And usually my answer would have been, no, it's a little bit too expensive. A horse costs a lot of money, And now, recently, I had the new excuse why she can't have a horse. Why can't I have a horse, Daddy? Ask Obelix. Ladies and gentlemen, we arrived at our last 3 comedians before the end of our show. There's a line I read recently. A line that I felt that was very beautiful. Opulence is the enemy of elegance. Now recently we had a few newcomers here that came to do stand-up here with us. And the next lady is going to perform. She's the only one in a long time that I've seen that struck the exact right balance between elegance and beautiful opulence in creativity. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our newcomer, Jeremy.
Baby,
Thank you, Luca. Wow, I'm so interesting. So welcome everyone. There was a quite diverse group of comedians today, starting from British, then Brazilian, French, Luxembourgish, Portuguese, I don't remember the others as well. And they put me for checking the box for the blonde, actually. Stupid blonde, yeah. I'm actually Turkish, but my hair looks a bit weird maybe. You may think like why it looks weird. It's because of the Luxembourg hairdressers. Because I cannot afford them, So I have to cut my own hair myself. And I also have to dye. Apparently I cannot make it properly. As Luca mentioned, I'm new at comedy. And my mother was saying that, oh, comedy is for stupid people. You have to do more serious stuff. And I followed her advice for 35 years. But where did it bring me, right? Today I'm single, I don't have kids, no car, I have a super boring job. And yeah, actually, that's why I wanted to try the opposite and try the comedy. Normally I'm an IT auditor. It's quite hard to be a Turkish woman in IT because competition is fierce between Indians and Indians. And I'm a consultant working at one of the Big Four companies. Anyone here is working at Big Four? Wow. One we have, so you at least understand the pain, right? So I survived quite a long time. I don't know how I managed it. I worked there for like 5 years. I think I like to humiliate myself in front of people. Yeah, and I think working in Big Four is just, modern slavery. And it's, in my opinion, I think it's just a slightly more dignified version of migrating Europe. Instead of taking boats, you just take a contract with Big Four. You come to here. Yeah, given the fact that I'm also quite stupid sometimes, other than my stupid boring job, I like to write articles. I have a website. I like articles about musicians. So last year, one of my friends asked me to write an article for her brother because her brother was a pianist. So I was like, yeah, of course, and I started to write it. It took some months already, and I was like, yo, he will like it a lot. And she was asking like, hey, did you finish it? My brother is so excited. So finally I sent the article to her and was quite excited about her feedback, right? And she told me like, but it's not my brother. I was like, but I mean the same name, right? The same name pianist, but she said like Portuguese names, like last names are super common. And I was like, yeah, I couldn't be more stupid than that. And recently I heard about that other stupid thing. In 1991, they sent an astronaut, actually a cosmonaut, to space. And they actually forgot him, like he's stuck in the outer space, he cannot come back because Soviet Union collapsed at that time. He goes there as the Soviet cosmonaut, but he cannot come back because there was no country to bring him back, you know. So he had to stay there for 9 months. Finally, he returns. That's a good news. And I don't know if you heard recently, Turkey has sent its first astronaut to the space. So first Turkish astronaut went to space to do some experiments, you know. And I really wonder, like, what's the experiments? I think he's like doing how to make Turkish tea in space, how to roll dices when you play backgammon in the space, or like how to locate Mecca so you could pray in a, you know, faithful way 5 times a day. And like, I hope he will not meet aliens randomly or by accident, because he would try to convert aliens to Islam. Yeah, I moved to Luxembourg almost like 2 years ago. And when especially in the first times, my friends were calling me like, hey, how is life in Germany? I was like, yeah, it's fine, I don't know. Hey, can you, do you know German? How is life? How is the language? Like, oh, I speak English, I mean, that's fine, you know. They were like, oh, Germany progressed a lot, so they accept English, right? I'm like, I'm not living in Germany, okay? Luxembourg is not in Germany. And the other group of friends were like, hey, we will come to visit Paris this summer. Can we stay with you? And I was like, it's 4 hours away, okay? It's just check the map. Just like Luxembourg is a separate country. Yeah, my name is Ceren, by the way. I didn't tell you that. It's hard to pronounce it correctly, especially for me, because I have a problem with the letter R, and it's just in the middle of my name, Ceren. But everyone thinks that it's something else, like people say Seren, Ceren, Jerry, Karen, Sirin, whatever. But my favorite is Jedi. I don't know how they really believe that my name is Jedi, but maybe they think that I'm capable of doing magic, like Master Yoda, or they just think that I'm short and hairy. So finally, in Turkey, almost all names have a meaning. My name means, for example, deer, baby deer, like Bambi. I think it's cute. But my last name means cow, like fat cow. And I was dating this guy, his name meant nature, and his surname meant tiger. I think we were almost like a Winnie the Pooh cartoon as a couple, but the halal version. Yeah. It was my time, thank you.
Well, no, I have to intervene with something. She called herself stupid like 3 times. She says she likes to humiliate herself in front of people. Listen to this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your applause. Round of applause for the most beautiful smile of the newest member of the Luxembourg comedy family. These guys are all single. You're going to be very busy at the end of the show. Thank you very much. Ceren. She has a problem with the letter R, but she's very rad. Thank you very much for coming tonight. She will perform it much more regularly and looking forward to it. Last 2. The next one, you can see him next month at the 15th. He has a show. More information at Luxembourg Comedy page. He's my brother. I love him. One of the coolest dudes you can ever meet. The most charismatic, handsome, Mr. Ken.